So you've got to have an ABN. You've got to have held that for, basically for 14 months, give or take. You've got to be GST registered, and your business has got to be registered within the state of Victoria. And then given that it is, you can then choose from one of these suppliers. So there's actually some cool ones here as well, like LawPath, for instance. You can get $1,200 worth of legal services from LawPath. I have used LawPath in the past for doing supplier contracts in Australia, and they've been very, very good. So they're great. And Squarespace as well. Squarespace, I used to really, really like Squarespace as a platform because they were one of the first people that accepted crypto. Of course, now Shopify and Square both do as well, but they were one of the first people to accept crypto. But I think for us, the bigger news of this is that Shopify are included in this particular thing. So I get Shopify set up, and the Victorian government will pay you for that, which is pretty bloody sexy. So super cool thing. We are going to use Shopify as part of our Oodle Food business. That is a direct-to-consumer product aimed at Oodle owners, and the primary means of distributing that product will be via a Shopify website. So I really like Shopify. I think they're fantastic. MyHub, of course, in there too. QuickBooks in there too. But I think the big news is the LawPath one and the Shopify one, certainly from my perspective anyway. And then there's a rebate program on that. Program covers for 12 months. You get all your stuff paid for 12 months, which is super cool. And closes super on the 18th of July. So you got to hurry up. So it's available now. You can get your application in. My understanding is once your application is in and you've kind of said, yes, I'm interested, then as long as it takes to process, it doesn't matter. That tends to be how these things works. So you just want to get something in. Even if you don't then use it, because it's free, you should get in, okay? You should get yourself in. If you don't know how to do that, I would suggest getting in touch with Kate at Seller Central Setup, and she'll be able to do that. And then the other thing as well, which I thought was kind of useful to have. So great, grant, get Shopify, fantastic. But there are constantly grants available also from the Australian government. They must have shitloads of money. For small businesses, there's heaps of grants constantly available as well. And so it's well worth checking these things out. A very, very good mate of mine in Sydney used to do innovation grant things where most businesses, what he did these innovation grants for, would get $150,000 to $250,000. That innovation grant is still available. And there's export grants available, like if you're creating a product to export into other marketplaces. There's all sorts of cool stuff available out there.